Hello everyone and welcome to another awesome Minecraft video. Today's video is 5 awesome ways to kill your friends in Minecraft. Now, the first one up that we have here looks pretty simple. I mean, it's basically an iron door with a button and a few signs that say stay out. Now obviously you can see there's something wrong with this room. It's got some netherrack on the ground and a little pool of water, which is kind of a weird thing to see, but you know, nothing too suspicious in here. So let's just put this door back and wait a little bit for someone to come by and break into this place. And just like that, we have our first criminal. Obviously, he is not going to respect these signs here that say do not enter, and he's going to hit the button and walk on in anyways. As you can see, when he first enters the building, nothing happens. He has plenty of time to look around, and all of a sudden, the entire room lights on fire, and lava starts pouring from the ceiling. And he pretty much has absolutely no time to react or escape from there. Now, let's take a quick look at how this works a little bit. This right now has not been reset. The only thing I did was hit the button a second time, which basically sucks the lava back up and turns it off. You can see here that this little block is up, and that's to make sure that whoever runs in can't just run back out the front door. It also will push them onto the netherrack if they're still standing on it. And as you can see here, that water was completely dried up by this little block of sand that fell. And look at that, the diamond he was carrying just managed to survive somehow. Nice. Anyways, it's pretty simple to reset. Basically, the lava resets itself. Once you push the button, it'll suck it back up inside there, and you just break the block at the entrance and put that back down. And in order to get the sand to float back up there, it's pretty simple as well. It's a little glitch that involves placing water and a lily pad on top of it, and then putting sand on top of that. Now, if you get the lily pad to break, the sand will still think there's a block there and it won't actually fall. But the update triggered by the dispenser pouring out the lava will cause it to fall. So that's kind of part of the trick. As well as underneath the netherrack there are dispensers that shoot fire charges up and light the netherrack on fire. So when they push the button, there's a long timer that waits probably 4 or 5 seconds, as you saw, and then it spits out the netherrack at the same time that it pushes up that front block to lock them in, which, like I said, will also push them into the netherrack if they happen to be standing just at the door to wait and see what happens. So let me show you that real quick. So if you're standing right here, it will push you in onto the netherrack. Now, unfortunately, the netherrack doesn't light on fire when it's below you, but as you can see, all that stuff happens simultaneously. The lava starts to fall, the block raises up, and everything lights on fire. So it's pretty interesting. It's kind of took me a little while to get this set up and going, but like I said, after it was set up, it's pretty simple to reset. It's just a matter of putting that one block back and resetting the little sand water trap, which again, you can see, it's just that simple. And everything is back to normal. You put the door back on there, and now it's ready for yet another unsuspecting victim. Obviously, there's nothing in here worth stealing, but you could load these chests up. Up next, we have a pretty simple trap. We're just in a little cave system right now. You can see the main tunnel goes that way. But if you look here, there's 2 diamond blocks. Obviously, I'm not really going to show too much about how this one works or how to set up, because it's pretty simple. It uses the same theory as the sand, the floating sand in the first trap, but let's just sit back and watch how this thing works. So again, we've got our little thief coming over here, sees the diamond blocks, and decides that he's going to take them for himself. As soon as he does that, you can see that gravel has just fallen from the ceiling above, and right now he is slowly suffocating to death. He's going to try to dig himself out, which he actually was able to do, but then more gravel fell on him, and that finished him off. So, slight glitch on how tall to make the gravel, but let's just take a closer look at this. So as you can see, there's just a ton of gravel here, and the higher you stack it up, the less likely someone is to be able to break through it all before they're dead. I think I've only had this like 5 or 6 pieces tall, so I really should have gone probably like 8 to 10, but it's set up the exact same way as the sand from the first trap. Basically, you throw the water down, you throw lily pads everywhere, and then you just start stacking gravel on top of the lily pads. And as you can see, it does take a lot of gravel, so you could mix gravel and sand if you can't find that much gravel. But it's pretty simple. As you can see here, there's really not much to it, just a little area. And I did put a piece of gravel over the diamond ore just to make sure that it did fall and trigger the rest of the gravel to fall. So, like I said, pretty simple. I only made it, 4 or 5 pieces tall. I really should have gone higher. But, that's something for the future, just to keep an eye on that when you're building this same trap. Alright, this is a pretty simple trap here, just on top of a mountain. And these little signs say, "Welcome to the pit," and have an arrow pointing down. So, again, we have another unsuspecting thief who apparently is going to take the plunge into the water. And let's just go ahead and see what happens here. Doesn't look like anything suspicious. Got water down there to break your fall, so why not jump? But what they don't realize is at the bottom there are TNT, gravel, and pressure plate stacks that drop and blow up. And if you manage to survive that, there's also lava down there. This one here is a pretty simple one. It just looks like an ordinary bridge, and as far as you could tell, it is a normal bridge. Now, this is one directional, but let's just sit back a little bit and wait for someone to come by, and I'll show you a little bit more what that means. And right on time, here comes our little thief. He's trying to find my newest base and sees this bridge and figures, you know what? I'm just going to try this thing out. But little does the thief know, there's a trap at the end that will cause him to fall into lava and die. And if you didn't catch it, it's really simple. It's basically a little tripwire, some string running across, and some redstone hooked to 2 pistons that deactivate the pistons when the user hits it. So as they're running forward, the stairs retract and they basically fall into a pit of lava. And finally, yet another simple trap, just the front door. And behind the door, you can see some nice diamond blocks. And let's see what happens. Once again, our fearless criminal is scouring the area. Doesn't look like anything too advanced, just a small little dirt home. So let's take a step inside. Unfortunately for him, this room is filled with creepers, and he is now dead. Well, thank you for watching my video. If you guys have any suggestions for future traps, please let me know, and I will definitely try to recreate them. I've got some other ideas up my sleeve, so I'll probably be releasing another video soon. Let me know what you thought of these and any ways to improve them, as well as any other feedback. If you like my videos, make sure to subscribe for more content, and like them if you can. It definitely helps me out a lot. And as always, I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.